Morning, coming to you again at 0 hours, 52 minutes, December 19th, 2018. It's going to most likely be a good amount of lives on the day. I have the day off or one of my rest days. It's not really a rest day, it's a preparation day for the rest of my week. That's one thing I'm going to start doing. But I was supposed to do this topic. They got more revelation. I learned this is how media part two. It's going to be multiple parts because I know I'm going to not say everything. I'm going to miss something. I'm going to remember something as I remember it now. I'm happy I did wait because from the first media shaped our lives, I mainly spoke about like television. Think about the word read, television. Those type of words we don't take into account. We got to start think about our minds and how we see things, how we hear things, how we comprehend, how they call it they would have one of the words again, dissonance of how we think, our psyche, our mentality, brain, our how are we able to put things, how the signals work, how the frequency works, how we put everything together. They have mastered the art of this. It's called the supreme order. That's how we also say supreme being. Taking account is the new order and the supreme order. And I made a one about perfect control society. I don't really love or enjoy mentioning direct about just the race because that's always touchy because you will feel, but you can't please everybody as you're attacking someone. Someone might not want to watch or hear because it's not exciting them. It's not a drama. Most things that led us into why we love drama is because of what the media portrayed. And look at the energy of us. I mean, the imagery, the scenery. First, it was make the African descendant man look bad. Now it's making an African descendant woman. Now it was the man. Now it's the woman. Now we going to the man again. See, look at that. Mannequin. Man again. So these words, see, that sounds funny to a lot of people. But what I learned when I was doing stock, I was listening to conference calls, webinars, and I was wondering why JP Morgan was listening to Bank of America. I was wondering why Bank of America was listening to a Chase. Wonder why Chase was listening to HSBC. Why did they say we listen to front? I had learned, and so I started Googling information. I was sitting here. This is how you survive. You put stock into a lot of your company will never fall. If you have a certain percentage of stock in the company, you have partial say so. But if you have no stock, you have no say so. So I thought about the mentality of people. We're talking, but where is our stock? If we mention family, but you're not invested in your family, how are you talk? Your family's not going to change. There is no stock in your family. So your sister is not invested in you. You're not investing back in your sister. Your mother's not invested in you. You're not invested back into your mother. So think about that. We got to start thinking about that. And I was thinking, I'm going to use the word black today. I used to say quotes. So I'm going to leave that alone to make the dialogue smoother. The black businesses fail because there is nobody's investing. Why do you think on the arc of McDonald's, every time you drive by, they say millions and millions served? It don't say specifically how they served us. But if you Google that, if you want to know why McDonald's flourished, why was it so great? It wasn't because of the food. It was because of the milkshake machine. You will know the guy name. It was stock that brought McDonald's up. You see they got a McDonald's and I'm in Buffalo. They got one in New York. They even went overseas and made one in China. They just don't sell burgers. They sell what is fast food to those people in China. What is fast food and now they're making mixed spaghetti. They're understanding, and in other cities, McDonald's look like a restaurant. You have a waiter and waitress that walk up to your table. When I seen that, I was like, this is beautiful. They expanded. They put investment into it. Went from, oh, we're just a fast food chain to, oh, we got some stock. So let us branch out. So remember, they even did so many things. Is they put hot dogs on there. They added chicken tenders. They added chicken nuggets. Besides the burgers, they added the chicken wrap, the chicken Caesar wrap. They kept expanding and expanding and expanding. How much spending have we done as a culture? How our culture expanded within itself. So we had the breakdancing, we had the now we got the crump, it modified into crump, the boom bostic. Now we seeing more of the African style dance. And it's a funny part, we have no stock. Africans don't claim African Americans. African Americans want to be claimed, but Africans don't even claim themselves. They gave up who they are. I read a post, which it was far from the truth, that Africa is freer than you think they are, which they are not. They're under the same control as every other country, state, public, district, province. So the media incites, they incite, so they can excite you of how to act and respond. Because from day one, they sent you to a school that taught you and teach higher learning. It don't educate you. Because everything I learned about history of me, about the zoo, of what it's originally for, what happened during those times, there's books that we didn't read in school. In the books, I wasn't seeing. Only time I was seeing was during slavery, when we fought in a war. And that was very important because it showed of how we got saved. The only reason, and I hate talking to religious people because they don't want to listen to anything. You talk, and to them, you're running away from their truth, and it's like, no, that's not even the truth either. So their truth is only going to be their truth. People truth that don't want to use knowledge. So if you're trying to be knowledgeable, if you're trying to be knowledgeable and you want to be all, like if you're saying law, spirit, the spirit walks around the whole earth. How are you any knowledgeable in one area? I don't care if you don't want to follow it, if you don't want to say that's it, but you should have some knowledge of. So when you speak, somebody speak to me, talk, you think you know it all. No, I learned a lot of useless information at a young age. And as I got older, I was sitting here like, damn, that's actually not useless. And I didn't know it all, but you know what I knew? I knew the beginning, the stages. Now I didn't know the mark. I didn't know where it derived from. I didn't know where it came from. So at least I had the beginning. At least I can draw information from a blueprint. If you don't have, because that was the foundation. If you don't have a foundation, where are you going to draw information from? That's as saying, I have a family, but I don't go around them. I don't talk to them. I don't be with them. I don't, and I love them. How? Your charity begins at home. If you giving away over here, what do you have to give over here? You're not giving nothing over here. There's no reciprocation. So how can you receive any stock or an investment? And that's what they have caused us to do. We are far from the truth. We are far from each other because we allow media to shape and build us and form us into what we see today. And with that, that was the stock plan. When slavery ended, we had stock. It was the land. You know what they didn't tell us? We couldn't read. The land, we were supposed to pay taxes. Well, we shouldn't have been doing that because the land should have been given. It was an instruction manual that we couldn't read. And the ones that could read, they still had trouble because one thing I learned, I tried to read the law without going to school for being a lawyer. That is very hard because you ever next time you pay attention, when you walk up to a building, you're going to see this code. It's going to say, what is one code? Oh, it's in my head. I can vividly imagine it. It's going to say compliance. Article 21, parentheses C, dash per 100, paragraph 2, part 2B1. And under compliance, whatever the compliance, you got to find that state. So if that building is a state, if it's a state compliance, you got to Google state compliance and type that in there. I've done that before, and it was saying one of the what I typed in, it said under this jurisdiction, because it was easy because I didn't need the whole book. So imagine if I was trying to incite the information to in the court system. Remember I was talking about court system, and you're going to court her. All come together to agree. That's what a court system is for. It's not for justice or punishment. It's not for mercy. It's coming to agreement so we can decide. We got to make a decision on an outcome. So if we're not all together, we cannot make a decision. We cannot decide on which way to go. That's why they send the jury in the back room to have them say, well, if it's 20 of us, we need it to be 18-2, 16-4, because you need to decide. The majority have the win. But in the same understanding, the majority win, but there's a few left off that don't want to. They understand they all there for the same reason, so they are agreeing, but they're going to disagree. And you got to come to an understanding. Most of the time, you got to present information. If there's no information to present, it cannot stand. That's why, and this is the saddest thing I watched in the history, which they televised it so much, the Trayvon Martin case. I don't care about all the other nuances right now. I'm just speaking on general of how the media shaped our minds, our brains, our psychological, our development of who we are, who we became. It was sad, but the attorneys did not use the correct information to prosecute George Zimmerman. So it failed by the information wasn't good. He could not get off on based on him actually being in the wrong. You can see he was on the wrong. You can hear he's on the wrong. You can watch him on the wrong. And then that day, you can everything you can see. But since we use the court system and we threw away morals, we threw away rights on the other side, we threw away that's why it's so tricky in this day and age. I'll be like e.g. I was talking to a young lady, I talk to young ladies. I don't do it as much anymore because they feel as men shouldn't talk to women. And if I have information that can help her and it's in my spirit to talk to her, I do. Sometimes I used to see this young lady on the bus every morning. She was so beautiful. And I don't get this world no more. I should be able to talk. I should be able to walk up to a young woman and tell her she's beautiful and that's it. And I was just watching her every day. She got on the same bus with the same countenance. Every day I'm watching her. Even on the days when the other children ain't go to school and she showed up, and at the time I had a chance, I walked up to her. I said, "Excuse me." She didn't really respond. She kind of mumbled something. It's like, "You are very beautiful, and I want you to know this." And she said, "Thank you." And I also said, "I noticed how you look. I just want you to know that you are strong, and I don't know nothing's going on." And you can see it in her eye is, I was there to reach her. We no longer can reach each other. Because you thinking about to talk to her, everybody nosy. She can't, and I don't care about that. But she can't receive because the way we nurture, I'm gonna keep saying that. I did make one. Nurture, foster, and breed. How the baby at birth. What are they listening to when in the womb? Baby, yeah, that's what they hear. That's garbage. I'm not saying they cannot listen to it, but at a baby stage, that's garbage for a child to listen to it. That's garbage. And I see the young women and men every day rolling up. Everybody can get high on the camera now. And it's like, wow. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy watching certain things. But in my mind, it's still it's that's not the only thing I do, and that's what it seems as. If you peer into people's lives, the media is all they have. All the media outlet controls our mind, even this YouTube. And I want to say to the young men, you are great. To the women, you are empresses. We got into the fashion now, the trend of calling women kings. They said like Happy Father's Day. I was like, you're not a father, sweetie. I respect you for doing your motherly job, but this is a Father's Day. I'm not going to give you Father's Day on being a mother. Mother's Day, you got your birthday, you got the other holidays, you got Valentine, we got Swedish Day here, we got Honor Women's Day. I created that day. I have done that and done that just because you ever meet somebody around no holiday time and you just give gifts and the person or the lady won't receive, so I have to make up a day. Or you just use the man. I met you a month ago. Or when I make it past a certain mark, I let her know, hey, I don't make it this far. But it's not. It was not done with everyone because the reason I made it this far, we actually communicated. I let her know she's great, even though I got such a fight from the women, and even how our women look at us now. It's a hurt, hurt, hurt. Don't matter. Her father did it. Her brother, her uncle, her cousin, her brother, the guy that she met, the guy that she called her friend. It's a hurt and pain somewhere. So, dudes that's not no good. Of course, they're gonna get first dibs. She's that's what if she's around that, whoever she's surrounding, that's who's gonna get first. Not dibs. It sounds funny. That's who she's gonna be excited by. That's understandable. Just like the young man, women talking about you like bad women. Well, you dissing me. You saying I'm not good. You waiting on me to get to a certain place in my life. Then when I get there, is as well, I've been hurt. So this is to women. Men get hurt too. We're not called special. We're not called the men. At least women, y'all got that going for you. At least you're called special throughout your life. At least y'all say open it be you're gonna guy gonna open the door from you. At least you have that. But then there's men that has it worse than some women. And women won't peer into that. They perspective won't change. And they want him to be as all those other men. And the vice versa. They want those women to be like, no. And nerdy women are not dissed. It's just that a lot of nerdy, they keep to themselves. A lot of those men that's not casting over keep to themselves. So two people that keep to themselves, I'm quite sure that's not going to work out. I'm quite sure he's going to present. Of course, I don't care what race of man. If he's not as bashful, we call it bashful and shy, he's going to most likely talk to you regardless. We even got now, if not jumping out the window to get me, or if he's just staring at me, that means it's everything to separate and keep dividing us from each other. The media loved that. I was happy, I was shocked. The last couple commercial, it showed the same race people together. It didn't show a blending of races. That sounds funny, blending of races. That's funny. But it didn't show different race together. It showed black with black, biracial black with biracial black, biracial white with I say white and black because they're biracial, biracial with biracial, mixed with mixed, mulatto with mulatto, Boricua with Boricua, African with It was showing that even in the little TV shows. Even when they showed people on the dating show, it was showing the races together. Even in the movies. So I guess they slowed down on agenda, but they advocated more now. And what have changed dramatically, the hypergamy of sex, the simulation, the stimulation, been so sexualized. The polyamorous, the polygyno, the hypergamy, and the LBGTQ movement has taken place so strongly. We knew people was as this. This is not nothing new. Men was being transgender, women was being transgender back in the day. We knew that. And we can't say, oh, and then they make the movement, we're being hurt. I'm not hurting you. I think about you only when it's on TV. I'm not thinking, wow, you're gay. I'm going to hate you. This is maybe if this was the back in the day and they had a whole movement to enslave gay people or to put gay people just in harm because they was gay, don't matter what color they were. Then we got to remember, we still in a racist world. So imagine the gay person, gay man, African descent, the gay African descent. Woo! Imagine what they go through. And then imagine what they don't go through. Just when the terrorism happened, when things happen, I don't laugh because when we talk about the Holocaust and what else some major things, the I can't think of a lot of them at this moment, but when it happened to other races or the LBGT, they orange is the new black, or you calling everything the new black. That's the new slavery, and it's. And then when I hear people say, "Well, your slavery, you ain't go through it." My mother did. She birthed me. I'm a product, and if she had hurt in her, my father had hurt in him. Guess what happened? Most likely, it trickled down to the next generation. I'm the next generation. We're learning more, and I learned I'm not going to get the older people to talk about the hurts no more. They can't do it. So if you know someone, even if you're now, this is, and I say this to the new generation and the now generation with me, we gonna have to really suck it up. We really are. They don't want to relive it. We don't want to relive the things we go through. We don't even want to talk about it. A lot of people have a hard time going to wise counsel and a psychologist. So why you think that they want? So we don't have to suck it up and say that's it. If they give us some nuggets, well, I'll remember this and this happened to me. Cool, wrong with it. Let them talk about it. But if you trying to force out of them, it's not going to work, and it's going to make things worse, and it's going to be harder for you to have alignment, which are to get back on the same field, which are family or same grounds. So if we could just stop a little bit of this arguing and bashing, and don't see everything for what it is, we're not going to change. Until we change, we're not going to get better. If we don't get better, we are doomed. Well, I say unto one, I say unto all, it's your path, it's your journey. Choose, promote, advocate, wiseness. Do your best. Be your best at all time. And don't think, love yourself, don't be a lover of yourself. And enjoy life. Enjoy life. Make the rest of the year, the rest of your life, you enjoy life while you work. Work hard, but don't work too hard. Don't work harder than the people that don't work harder than you. What I mean by that, use your mind in a way. If Brother Malcolm spoke, listen to him, do what he say. If you're going to honor that, do what he say. Brother Malcolm, we don't got to boycott. We don't have to stand in the street no more. There's too much we can do together to fight against that without even having so much. Even in this day and age, and I say this, the spirit gave this to me, we don't have to be secretive, but we better start keeping a lot of things to ourselves. You want to run out and show the whole world your ass, your penis, your chest, your relationships, your personal life? I'm gonna do one later, business versus personal, how they align and how they disconnect and how they connect. What you might want to do, not what you should do. Just challenge you. I challenge you on all the things I ever talk about. Shalom.